Hey guys, T2 out here, and welcome back to the Time Preparedness channel. In today's video, I want to tell you my thoughts, my opinions on the future. I want to tell you what I expect to happen next year. You see, we are getting down to the end of 2021. The world just keeps on going, the time just keeps on clicking, so what are we expecting next year? What are we expecting in the future? You see, there's two ways I could do this. I could sit here and I could do the fear porn way, and I could sit here and ring the bell and tell you that the end is near and bring your dead out. Or I could do it the common sense way. I'm going to do it as a mix of both. There's enough channels out here that are playing the fear porn aspect, and they're getting millions of views. But unlike those channels, I do want to be held accountable for the words that I say. And unlike them, I want you to tell me that I'm wrong. I'm going to lay out a list of things that I think are going to happen in this next year. And I want you to come back and tell me I'm right or wrong. To tell me that, hey, this didn't happen, or hey, it did happen and it was 10 times worse than what you said it was going to be. That way I can be held accountable. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll admit it. If I'm right, I'm right. Congrats. So let's start off with what we are currently experiencing, which is inflation, which is shortages on food and on products and services, a worker shortage. So let's keep that going. I believe in 2022 we're still going to experience it. So products and services will continue to be short. What about inflation? You see, inflation is going up. And yeah, most of these prepping channels are sitting here ringing the bell telling you that here comes Venezuela to America. That we're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of percentages on our dollars, on our inflation rates. That this last year, 2021, was the last year of America because our dollar is fixing to fall. Nah. Not as I see it now. Now, again, I could be wrong, and in a year, we could all have an extra 10 zeros on our dollar bills, but I don't think I am. Do I think inflation is going to continue to rise? Sure. Do I think products and services are going to continue to rise with pricing? Yes. And we might reach 8, 9, 10% inflation in a year, but 1,000, 2,000, a million? Nah. That's not going to happen. Right now in Venezuela, people are buying products and services with flakes of gold. I think it's like 1/8 of a gram will get you a dinner for two. A little bit less will get you a haircut. A little bit more will get you a hotel stay. People are trading their gold and their silver for products and services because their bolivars, which is their dollars, are completely worthless until they adopt a new dollar system. But for our dollar, it's still strong. It's not as strong as it used to be, don't get me wrong, and we are in more debt than we've ever have been, but it's still working for now. Inflation will go up, yep, sure, but I can't see us having hyperinflation. It's just not in the cards. Again, I could be completely wrong. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not out here trading eggs for haircuts, but who knows, we'll see. What about the dark winter? Recently, I did another video on the dark winter and what it means to me and how I'm prepping up to it. I still think that that is a viable option. I still think that that is something that is coming. Last year, the entire West Coast went dark during the hottest day of the summer because they just couldn't keep up with demand. Yeah, I could see that happening again. Now, that's technically a dark summer, but still, same thing. Wintertime, I could see a lot of power outages coming. Gas prices, they are going to continue to rise. Gas is at $3.09 at the time of this recording. It is the 24th of October. Gas prices are going to continue to go up and up and up. The highest that I've ever seen gas was almost $5 a gallon, and that was in North Dakota, about 30 cents higher than what we have here in South Carolina. That was in 2012, 2013 time frame. I could see that coming back. $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon. Yeah, I can see that happening. The problem is a lot of these car manufacturers stopped making cars. There's more money to be had in selling a $80,000 SUV or a $60,000 truck than there is a $20,000 car, and so they no longer make it. Back in the 08 recession when gas prices went up, yeah, you could go in and you could trade your SUV for a Prius or some small little car and get better gas mileage. But nowadays, you can't really. Even if you can find a vehicle that's decently priced, which none of them are right now, most of them are going to be SUVs, getting 10, 15 miles to the gallon. If gas is $5 a gallon, I ain't driving no SUV. So a lot of people are predicting a war. Do I see a war coming? It's building. It's always been building. The big C, the big R, yeah. Do I see it happening? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on what news network you watch. If you watch a world news, you'll know that right now, those two countries are crapping all over the U.S. But if you watch an American news, you don't see it. Our news is propaganda, whether you want to say it or not, no matter who you watch. Those countries are preparing for war. Whether that means war with us or war with Europe, who knows? I guess we'll see. So there's always the natural disasters that we have to plan for as well. The hurricanes, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, the fires, the floods, the volcanoes maybe, who knows? So we have to plan for those. You have to be ready for those. Have your gear ready, have your supplies ready, be ready to leave the house at a moment's notice. My biggest prediction is the one that I want you guys to hold my feet to the fire for. It's a little fear-pointing, I ain't gonna lie, but I see it coming. The economists see it coming. Everyone sees that it's coming, but no one has announced it. And that is, of course, another recession. In 2008, we had a massive layoff. We had a massive recession. Just like during the Great Depression, the banks were too busy loaning out money to play the stock market than they were actually taking care of their people. The housing market crashed. Banks went belly up. Companies went belly up. The American people suffered. You look around and we have houses going for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 higher than what they were this time last year, higher than they've ever been. A couple months ago, people were out trying to buy a house and they were willing to throw extra thousands and thousands of dollars to get a home. A home worth $100,000 is not worth $200,000. But in the market that was going on at that point in time, if you wanted that $100,000 house, you were having to pay $150,000, $200,000. So what happens when that market recedes? What happens when those waters come back down and now you are upside down by $100,000 in a home? It's not going to be good. People are willing to ruin their credit so they don't have to pay that extra $100,000 on a home. We will see another housing market crash. Now, how bad will that affect the economical side of it? I don't know. It affected it pretty bad in 08. So I'm predicting another one in 2022. No one learned from 2008, and yet here we are setting ourselves up for the exact same thing. A housing market crash / a financial recession is the biggest thing I predict in 2022. And I'm hoping that I am wrong. The dominoes are lining up, guys. I don't think I will be. Now, how do we prepare? Go out now while you still can, while you still have a job. Pay off your debt. Go out now and buy food. Go out now and start your garden. Buy some chickens. Do whatever you need to do to get by. Still enjoy life, because that is what life is about. But instead of going on that $8,000 cruise, maybe you want to save that money for something else. Maybe you want to have a staycation and save that money and set it back. Again, guys, I absolutely hope that I am wrong, but I don't think I am. So you guys need to be out here and be ready. And let me know what you predict. Let me know what your thoughts on the upcoming year are. And let me know what you are preparing for and how you're going to get better in 2022. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I got for today. T2 out.